Slide into my world, let's break the ice. Hit subscribe, roll the dice. A private show,
Damn,
just one
son,
demand.
where'd you find this?
Unlock the secret, take my hand. Notification set to stun. Our risque journey's just begun. Swipe right to a fantasy land. Enter the exclusive, be my only fan. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You could be my only fan. Click and follow where I am. In the glow of your screen's light. Make my lonely nights so bright. Dreaming dreams of me and you. Heart's desires on you. Subscribe to love, no other plans. Won't you be my only fan? Whispered names, a secret show. Scenes unseen that only you know. Click by click, a hidden view. In this space, it's just us two. Sings heartbeats in the quiet span. Revealing more than others can. Exclusive sites, part of the plan. In my world, be my only fan. Slide in my DM.
Am I my brother's keeper, big brother? Am I my brother's keeper, baby brother? Am I my brother's keeper, big brother? Am I my brother's keeper, baby brother? Big brother, baby brother. We walk through the fire, big brother, baby brother. We lift each other higher, brother, baby brother. And the world feels cold, we lean on each other. That's how we roll. I remember when you were young, I looked up to you, chasing after your shadow. I could do what you do. We'd laugh until the sun went down, run wild and free. But there were times I felt lost, wishing you could see me. Big brother, baby brother, we gon' walk, lift you the fire. When the world feels cold, we lean on each other. That's how we go. You showed me how to fight, how to stand my ground. But there were days when I fell down and you went around through the highs and the lows. I knew it was true. No matter how it got high, I could count on you. Big brother, bigger brother, we walked through the fire. Big brother, baby brother, we lift each other higher. Big brother, baby brother, when the world feels too cold, we lean on each other. That's how we grow. We built our dreams, yeah. We made our way, but I still hear your voice when I start to stray through the distance in time. One thing stay true, baby brother, I'll always need you. Our brothers keeper, we need brothers, keeper, baby brother, baby brother, my brothers keeper, we need brother, keeper.
Damn, son, where'd you find this? Damn, son, where'd you find this?
I like brand new money. I don't want any money around me that's not. I'd almost rather have a new one than an old 20. Now, that's kind of dumb, isn't it? But there's something about new money that excites you. You like $100 bills?
Oh, yeah. I like new money, too.
Oh, most beautiful thing on earth is a $100 bill. I hadn't seen a woman as good looking as a $100 bill. There's something about a $100 bill that excites you.
We've seen it all, from the mountain peaks to the deepest fall. Every twist and turn, every rise and set. Our love endures a journey we won't forget. Through each moment passing, the chimes we hear. Our love's a rhythm, constant and
There's only one, and that's me. You understand?
or at break of dawn. This love we share keeps holding.
And I'm serious about mine. I'm so sincere.
And the love that remains, it never fades away. In the darkest night, it lights up the day. Through the highs and lows, it's here to stay. Oh, the love that remains, it never fades away. When the clock is ticking, seconds seem to fly. In the misty morning, our love. Through the clouds and rain, our bond. Even when storms come, our light. In the fiercest wind, our strength. Through the darkest skies, our hope. As the rain pours down, our flame. In the calm after our love. Through every trial faced, our hearts never fade away. Never fades, it never fades away. It never ever fades. It never ever ever never ever ever
Copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of
Factz family, we are back again for another call on the Factz phone. How everybody doing? Miguel, Anthony J. Sloan, AKW Beats, stop scrolling. Scamp Diesel, Carlton Way One, of course, in the house. Kobe, make sure I don't miss nobody. R.I. Oh, she said, oh, we live. How everybody doing? All right, I told y'all with the phone, it's going to be a lot easier, faster turnaround time. We got a lot to talk about. If I got it, I got the phone set up today. So if we have time for some calls and call-ins, we might just do that. I'm going to try to be here somewhere between 30, 45 minutes. Y'all know how it go. It's just like any good conversation. Sometimes you stay on the phone a little longer. Oh, Steve said, Steve, I'm trying to use Rumble. Hold on. But it's just not playing right with this program I have. But I'm gonna keep trying. I appreciate the feedback. Sorry about that. And like I said, this is vertical. We're not always going to be vertical, but when I have a little bit of time, like today I had like 30, 45 minutes open. I said, let me hop on. Let's talk. Let's chat. And like I said, this is very loose. I don't even really consider this a show. This is just more just chiming in with the Factz family. Hopefully everybody got the notifications. I put it on YouTube. Comment section, community section. I put it on X. I put it on Instagram. So y'all just let me know. We got them all the way in South Africa. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yo, we need a report from South Africa one day too, just so we can see what's really going on. Y'all know they try to propagandize us a few months back about South Africa. But with that said, all right, let's see where we're going first. Since we spoke on propaganda, one of the biggest stories going right now, let me pull it up. Let me see, because I made a tweet about it. Of course, I'm going to make a tweet about it. And like I said, anybody that follow me on X, just know that if you follow me on X, my X account is more like a jot pad for ideas, thoughts, that's going through my head when I see things, so I get an instant reaction, and it might upset some people sometimes. And one of the tweets I put up there, hold on, let me go ahead and do. Hold on. What are we doing? Yeah, let's do it like that. So I right here, look, I said, I'm gonna test your patience. If you follow me, if you and I hate that word follow, but if you subscribe to the information I put out, so I'm gonna say something that's gonna that's gonna test your patience. So just be prepared. Just be prepared. So but the big story, or one of the biggest stories concerning propaganda, that's where I was headed before I got sidetracked, is this one right here. Let's see. And this is from the Homeland Security official account. It says, if you have threatened or laid hands on our law enforcement officers, we will hunt you down, and you will find out real quick. And the story or the narrative around this is, there was a video posted to this young man's account. He said he didn't post it. He said, I'm testing their patience with their. Don't do that. Y'all know I got attention. I ain't gonna put that on. I won't speak that on myself, but I can get easily sidetracked. But it says this young man here was allegedly post this video with this caption. And if you're listening and can't see, it says, ICE, we're on the way. Word in the streets, the cartel put a $50K bounty on y'all. And they got a picture of one young man in the center, surrounded by 4 to 5 other young black men, and that's key, quote unquote black men. And of course, Homeland Security is using this to pivot, I believe, to make the black man the center or the distraction for this ICE situation. And this was attempted at, and I replied, I said, they hate us. Always have, always will. And that might be offensive to somebody, but it is what it is. The truth, I don't try to make the truth offensive, because that is malinformation, but some things are just evident. Some things are just evident. And with that, my statement is, they know they can present something a certain way with a certain face on it, this face being a YN, or I hate that term, a young nigga, and they know it will make people feel a certain kind of way. And so the young man replied back and said he didn't post it, but I'm gonna let you hear in his own words, hold on a second, what he actually said. And I got it here. Y'all know I got it here. And while I'm pulling this up, I'm gonna say this. Did he post it? Did he not post it? I'm not sure. I don't know. But we were told by our vice president that no young man's life should be ruined over a joke. And this clearly was a joke or a clout chase. If let's just say if he, right, Miguel, because it says, he said the meme is old as F. It was from maybe a year ago when Iran was talking crazy about invaders. Right, and that's what he said. But I'm going to say, just say if he did post it. If he did post it, then no young man's life should be ruined by a joke, is what we were told by J.D. Vance. Someone said, oh, he posted it. Okay. Now, like I said, he's saying he didn't post it. Department of Homeland Security say they have receipts, but they haven't dropped any receipts. But I'm speaking to the motive of the propaganda. They went and plucked out one TikTok post out of so many because of the imagery and what it instills, the fear of young black men. It is what it is. And America's always done this. And I have more details, but just a fun fact. Do you know that the SWAT team was created because of the riots in California in the 60s? Do you know that gun control was created because of the Black Panthers and them standing outside the California State Building with firearms? So this is nothing new. Do you know that the Mann Act was created because of Jack Johnson and his dealing with white women taking across state lines, and they didn't like that? So I don't put it above this government, and not exclusive to this administration, to use propaganda to instill fear and to draw distractions and pivot to it making it a black problem. And you hear some people say that, oh, black people don't need to worry about it. ICE is not. No, because the issue is black and brown people live in close proximity. Illegal immigrants embed themselves with where brown people and immigrants are. So when ICE comes, ICE doesn't say, oh, let me make my presence felt to this one subsegment of this neighborhood. Someone says, do you know that liberal black people support gun control? I know that armed black people en masse scares the hell out of this system of white supremacy. I know that much. So this whole liberal thing, and I'm gonna let this I'm glad. Hold on, let me start that comment because I'm gonna get back to this whole liberal and conservative divide. But I want to let this young man speak in his own words, because I thought in this country you was innocent till proven guilty by the Constitution, and it's on the burden of the government to prove with their receipts. So that's all I'm saying. Just if he did it, y'all didn't hear me say he didn't do it. But I'm just saying, we were told when people that actually have political power start talking about gas chambers and all this and that, they actually have political power, then it's told it's just a joke and we shouldn't get our panties in a bunch. But let's just say he did post it. Let's just say he did caption that. Okay, it's a joke. But now all of a sudden they want to put him on Front Street, which is fine. I'm just saying, I'm like this, like in a basketball game. If you want to call it tight, call it tight. If you want to call it loose, but call it the same way on both ends of the floor. That's all I want. Right. And I'm glad you said that. I'm going to get to the y'all so many great comments. That YN is nothing but the continuation of the super predator meme and myth. That was a myth later on, as we found out. But let's get back to this young man and let him, y'all, like I said, don't believe me. Take him for his own words. And if, like I said, just like Jussie Smollett, if they come with receipts that this is a hoax, then it is what it is. Then it's a hoax. But I'm just saying, why pluck that one TikTok out? I know why, because the imagery that it puts. And Trump is trying to use, and the people surrounding Trump, I ain't gonna put this solely on Trump, but Trump and the people surrounding him are trying to put the Insurrection Act, and that gives them even more more reason to get that it happen. All right, Juke Joint said, in this political environment, you shouldn't be making jokes about taking people out. And I don't think First Amendment cares about political environment, but let's just say I'm gonna take you on your face value. Then the same thing, the vice president should have came out and said the same thing. In this political environment, we shouldn't be joking about gas chambers and things of that nature. And those people need to be held accountable. See, but we're not calling the game fair on both ends. But I digress. Let's hear the young man speaking his own words, because we gotta move.
That video was going crazy as hell on Twitter, bro.
Hold on. Technical difficulties. You running my mouth. going on here? All right, it's connected. What are we doing here? There we go. All right, we back.
So I'm getting these mad messages from my DMs and social media and on my comments. And I randomly get a text message talking about a recent video that was posted in my account. I was like, what are y'all talking about? By the way, I'm sick, so if I sound weird, yeah. I get threats daily on IG and everywhere all over my social media all of a sudden due to an old video I posted months ago about Iran. Iran, that was not to be a threat. It was literally a joke, bro. Like, seriously, it's just content. Anyways, once I seen that video that was posted in my account, then I was like, what the fuck? Didn't I post this like months ago? Then I seen the caption, and then I was like, wait, I didn't do that. I still got the video saved on my draft from months ago on TikTok, bro. I'm gonna pull it up right here. Here's the fucked up part.
All right, so let's start here. Juke Joint says First Amendment doesn't protect you from calling for violence. Okay, I agree. But at the same time, like I said, isn't it funny? Then it's the thing. Everybody else see the hypocrisy. So is it a blind spot, or certain people just intentionally creating this blind spot where they can see on one side they call for violence, and then on the other side, when someone said it's violence, you want to cancel them, but then we don't want to have cancel culture. You know what I'm saying? Like, which one is it? Is it Uchi Wale? Is it one might help me out? Because my issue is that we're not treating things equally. That's my issue. And just a word of wise to this young man, you had to be aware. You had to be aware. In the system, they're gonna find any reason to put the screws to you. So that is what it is. Let's let him continue.
The federal government is involved with something that I didn't do. Like, what? So this is what they reposted off my TikTok. That video got taken down. So here's what they reposted on their page. Now that video is going crazy as hell on Twitter, bro. Now I'm a threat to the government for something that I didn't do, bro. Now I'm being called a wannabe YN, a wannabe gangster over a video that I didn't caption or I didn't post. So
Oh, we're lagging. Come on. They're trying to shut me down, y'all. But that is what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's it with that story. We'll continue on. Like I said, if he did something, where are the charges? But we seen with this administration, they even put what's your boy name? One of those.
Let me know about this,
there we go.
Because seriously,
We back. They put one of the conservative or pod bros on their feed, and he told them to take it down. Somebody help me with his name. But with that said, that's that story. Just the hypocrisy is rich. The hypocrisy is super rich. And I ain't gonna do that one. I'm just going through to see what stories I want to address. Let's do something fun. All right, let's do this one. This is something I posted recently. And I say to people, just call it the same way. Read the rule. Just read the room. and make sure you're calling it, you know what I'm saying, balls and strikes. All right, let's do this one. Let me see if it's going to play first.
Stand in unity.
Okay. All right, this is, all right, I'm going to start here. All right, so I tweeted, churches with a set admission price would solve this problem. Prove me wrong. All right, so do you put in the comments yes or no if you think churches should have a set admission price. All right, and I said this would solve the problem. Now let me highlight the problem. Well, actually, let's play the video and then we'll talk about the problem on the backside.
I, Roberta McCoy, given faith and stand in unity with the vision of perfecting churches, sowing this seed of $1,000 plus $235 and receiving the blessings to come to all that participated.
Now that's only $1,200.
Yes.
Y'all not listening to what I'm saying. If you have 1,000 plus 1,000.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna work on the other 800.
Well, that ain't what I asked you to do.
All right, so let's run that back one more time because a little short video so everybody can, and I want to see the yeses and no. Yes or no, do you agree that churches should have a set cover charge or admission fee? Let's go. One more time. She's obviously, they're lined up to give their set amount of donation, and she come up short, $800 short on the preacher's money. Let's go one more time.
I, Roberta McCoy, given faith and stand in unity with the vision of perfecting churches, sowing this seed of $1,000 plus $235 and receiving the blessings to come to all that participated.
Now that's only $1,200.
Yes.
Y'all not listening to what I'm saying. If you have 1,000 plus 1,000.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna work on the other 800.
Well, that ain't what I asked you to do.
All right, so let me give some context for people that may not know the politics of Black church. And I am not absolving this man of anything. And that's the point. Hold on, we're going to get to YouTubers' comment. He said, imagine taking video of this intentionally. All right, here we go. Hold on now. Wait. Y'all gotta understand y'all gotta understand the politics of Black church. This is not collection fee. This is not anything. And I don't know this situation, but I've been in situations like this. And the pastor will say, is there anybody with $500, $1,000, whatever the number is? And then people will stand up, or obviously they got envelopes and checks, so it had to be pre-announced what the amount was. And someone said, imagine recording this. That's the point. If you see there's a line of people, and what this is like super chats. What this is like executive producerships and in podcasts. If you give enough money, you get to be seen and highlighted. That's like when people get big super chats. And it shouts out to my man E-Class, because I told E-Class many years ago that YouTube is the new church. Churches operate, and specifically Black churches operate off of the value for value model. So what's happening is here, they're lined up to get their shine. And obviously the set amount is $2,000. And what she thought she was gonna do is come up with 1,000 and then 200 and something else, and be like, I get you on the back end for the 700 and some change. And that's why he said, that's not what I told you. Now, with that context, let's listen to this one more time. See, and that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I said, like, this is terrible in itself that, I don't know, this whole thing, you like giving in public and all of this, that part I don't agree with, but we need context because, like AKWB said, this happens pretty often in black churches. And the thing is just like I said, if I got up here and said, all right, super chats, I need my top supporters to put $1,000 in super chat in, and it's like you say, oh yeah, I got $1,000, but then your check bounce, so you get the acknowledgement of being, like one of the top donators or donors, you're saying, and then it bounce. So that's why I say I want to clearly, because see, this is the problem with propaganda. It go both ways. You need to have proper context, and when people see this, it make it seem like, now, I'm not gonna say I'm not defending him at all, because we got other videos of him doing some shady stuff in the church. But in this instance, you have to understand how this works. Now, a lot of time it goes towards building funds, and like the donators, they'll get a brick or something in the new church with their family name on it. Kind of like how universities do. When they have big time donors donate, they get some kind of knowledge. Or hospitals, they'll get their name on a wing. So that's what I'm saying. We need to be clear. And we're going to go back to my original statement in a minute. Hold on one second. I feel like I sneezed. All right, I'm back. So with that said, where we go? Okay, let's play the video one more time.
I, Roberta McCoy, given faith and stand in unity with the vision of perfecting church, of sowing this seed of $1,000 plus $235 and receiving the blessings to come to all that participated.
Now that's only $1,200.
Yes.
Y'all not listening to what I'm saying. If you have 1,000 plus 1,000.
Okay.
See, what he's saying is, you shouldn't be in line if you ain't got my 1,000 plus 1,000. And it's terrible. It's terrible. Now we go back to my original statement. I said, and I said this back in March. The same thing on another video. I think it might have been something about church or whatever. I think it might be in another one of his videos surfaced up. I said churches with a set admission price would solve this problem, because one of the problems, and I'm speaking exclusively in the black church, is that you don't feel like you're, okay, I'm gonna say it like this. There's favoritism, and there's clout, and there's also, what's the word I'm looking for? Guilt is not the right word, but you just feel like you're less than if you don't give enough money. So what I'm saying is, when you go to church, it should be like any other show, because let's be honest, the black church is a show. Let's not do this. The black church and mega churches, I'm saying, not just make it about black churches, quote unquote black churches. Yeah. The cover charge would be, I come here, I got a family of 4, $25 per head. I know when I sit down, I don't have any guilt or anything or any worry that I didn't pay enough. And me and my family are going to sit down and we're going to have a good time. The church knows up front that's going to have the funds it needs to take care of what they need to take care of. And it is what it is. Now, people might say, well, what about the people who can't afford? There's no, thank you, YouTuber. It's worth considering. There's no further obligation. That's the thing. It takes all the apprehension out of a further obligation. Everybody knows what everybody's paying. Everybody knows why they're there. You can even maybe put a brunch in with it. Right. In this current system, there's levels, hierarchy, who's closer to God. And this is what's so disgusting about this arrangement that's being set up here. These people are in a hierarchy. That's why she got online. Like I said, I suspect, let me put that out there. I suspect that's why she got online, so she could be closer, higher up in the hierarchy. Thank you, AKWB. See, and I know it sounds spicy on the surface, but like he said, I believe that a cover charge will make church popular again. Just pay and get a good word and go home. And then the churches could pay choirs, different pastors could move around to different churches, and then you have, like I said, you come pay, you get your word, you get your fellowship. Then the pastor doesn't have to browbeat people. That's the other thing. That's the other point I wanted to address. The pastors don't have to browbeat of, the collection was too low last week. We need to get the building fund up. You're saying that kind of thing. You come in, you get your word, you have a good show. Everything's on the up and up. You know what the church is taking in, and there need to be some transparency on the back end. That way, the church says we took in this amount of money. Oh, going forward. Somebody said, when if I want to give more, the church says 10% tithes. You could take your 10% and buy tickets and give them out to other people. See how that works? See, I'm about problem solving. That's what I'm about. You see a problem, you think about a problem, you solve a problem. Well, that's Miguel. That's what it is. It's a show. We all know it's a show. If you partaking in the black church, certain people only go to church for certain days when certain choirs sing. If the main pastor's out visiting another church, then the attendance is down. Let's just be what it is. But like I said, if you say you make $5,000 a month, you got $500 worth of money. You take that money. If you want to say, okay, I'll buy my ticket for $25 a week, that's $100. And you can do family packages. You could do a season ticket, like sports events. You can have season ticket holders. To get, even saying you buy more, you save more. That way the church knows what it's working with and not living hand to mouth each week. Then the additional you say, you know what? I'm going to buy some extra tickets and give them out to some people that I want to come join. Come to my church. We're doing a little something different over here. We'll take what it looks like is you putting money into church, but in actuality, you're taking money out of the conversation of church, because there's no need to have a discussion of monetary during the service. Does that make sense? Does that make sense, anybody? Okay, all right, I'm going to do it like this. I did set it up this time. And like I said, I want this to be more of a conversation than me talking. So it's back. It's back, y'all. We got the call in. If people don't know, it's Google Meets code. It's also pinned to the top. If you go to the top, click on that link and then click on the Factz Phone button. It'll take you here. I want to get some people in the queue to speak on this. If you agree or disagree, y'all let me know. Am I crazy? You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, this is more of what I want to have this platform be, is to let's talk about some current events. Of course, we're going to do the Mo Fact Show. That's going to be more of my traditional deep diving, couple hour breakdown with a bunch of sources. But we need speed. We need fast turnaround time, because we have to intersect some of this propaganda that's going on. So like I said, if you just go to your Google Meets app, put this code in just like a phone number. For those that's not watching, but listening, the code is Z, F as in Frank, X as in Xavier, dash, M as in mom, W as in Willow, W as in Willow, G as in gate, P as in Paul, Q as in Quincy, E as in Easter. And I know some military people are like, that is not the call letters. I am not military. You know what I'm saying? I'm just went off the cuff. So, like I said, I'm glad that you called the way one. He said it makes sense. And that's the point. You're trying to take money conversation out of church, because for real, if you read the comments, you're going to see a lot of people say, that's why I don't go to church. That's why I don't go to church. You know what I'm saying? That kind of thing. So take money conversation out of church, put what needs to be up front and center, and have the accountant transparent. And there it is. And then if you have stable money coming in, the pastor could go on a set salary. Then thank you, sir. It's also at the bottom of the screen. Thank you, Miguel. But yeah, y'all just call in, let me know. People on X, you also can DM me, and I think we can use the call function on X. We're gonna try that. I've never done that before, but y'all just let me know. All right, so where we at in time? All right, we got about 22 more minutes. We're doing good on time. We're doing good on time. Yeah, we start at 12:30. I will at least be out here 45 minutes to an hour. Man, I like talking with y'all. Somebody said all powerful God still need donations. Don't all powerful hospitals still need power to do surgery? Don't all powerful banks still need money to, if you have a brick and mortar operation, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna cost things. So I mean, I don't understand. I mean, like I said, church is the OG value for value operation, but it's the fact that when you have money being the center, and like see, this thing it rolls downhill. What's up, Josiah? The problem is we have a community of people that have financial issues, then the issues are gonna manifest itself in not being able to donate enough. The church has a mortgage, the church has a light bill, the church has gas bill, the church has people that they have to pay, so on and so forth. So money's gonna become an issue, and then when it's short, then the preacher has to act. And I'm like I said, some of these preachers are egregious, just like Creflo Dollar, I need a jet. That's not what I'm saying. A lot of these churches are living hand to mouth. And for that, and I'm saying a lot of these churches went under during COVID because they were living hand to mouth. Donations went down, and they couldn't pay the bills. So there was a huge consolidation of churches as well, because big churches came in and bought up smaller churches. Y'all didn't know that, did y'all? But now you do. So yeah. So let me see. Did anybody call in? Let me see. Let me go. No, nobody called in. All right. So we're gonna go back. Also, let's see another one. Let's see what else we got. But I thought that was a good conversation. Oh, a tip. Let's just do a tip. Let's do a tip here. All right. All right, here we go. I made this post. Another one. I said my two-step approach to dealing with suspected white supremacists on X, and this works for anybody that could be an annoyance. Well, let's just talk about this then specifically, because what's happening is alleged suspected white supremacists are saying incendiary things online, inflammatory things online to get a response. You respond to them, and then they actually get their it's a clout chase. That's what it is. They get their clout up by saying crazy things. You seen one preacher say about he don't want black people in his church, black culture, and then he say black people. Let me be clear. Oh, we got somebody. Hold on 1 second. Oh, we got Miguel. Hold on 1 second. Hello? Hello? Somebody said I'm the only one here. Okay.
Beloved, you hear me? You hear me, beloved?
Hold on. Let's make sure everybody else can put a 1 in the chat if you can hear Miguel. Go ahead, Miguel. Can you hear me, Miguel?
What's good, beloved? Just calling to say what's up to you. That's it.
Can you hear me?
It's a 7-second delay.
How about now?
Do you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, yeah. No, I'm just calling to say what up. That's it.
Well, we got to get, since you on the line. What you think about the church? What you think about the church cover charge?
You know, I think it's a scam, beloved. That's a scam to me.
How is a good show a scam?
Because if the church, because it's a show. Now, if you call it a show, I ain't got no issue with that. But church is not supposed to be God. That's why.
Now, what it should be, what it is. See, I always do that. What it should be, what it is.
I know, you know.
What it
but
is.
You know how we talk.
Yeah.
You know how we talk, beloved. Like, we talk more about what it is, what it should be. But it's not really church at all. They're just using the word against the people who don't read the book.
That's fine. What I'm saying is the problem I'm addressing, because we solving problems here. When you go to church, the conversation of money comes up during the service, right? I'm trying to solve, and that repels people, because it's like, I didn't come here to hear about church finances. I came here to hear or see a show. You know what I'm saying? Hear the choir sing. Hear the pastor give a word, and then go home. See some of the people that I wanted to see, because honestly, the black church is more of a social center. You know,
listen, my lady goes to one.
Yeah. So
my lady goes to one.
Yeah, she gets to go see her friends.
He has a jet.
And that's what I'm saying. See what I'm saying? We take that out. That's what in my model, we take that out. The pastor gets a salary. The admission is set up front. The attenders know what they're going to be hit with. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's getting fleeced.
No. I mean, he uses the jet for his I think what they call it, missionary stuff. When they go to other countries to help to spread the word.
Right.
At least he uses it for that. I give him that.
No, but the church should have a jet, not the pastor. So it's like Trump with the Qatari jet. You know what I'm saying? Does the jet stay with the government? You know what I'm saying? Or if he leave, do the jet go with the pastor? You see what I'm saying?
No, well, he got it through the church. I think everything is part of I think everything's a part of the church. Because there's no need to own anything. But there's one that he uses, and there's one that everybody else uses.
So they got two jets.
Yeah, they got two jets. This is just a nicer. I don't know.
My God.
And he got security. And he got private security.
Y'all know what? If I was that kind of, and I'm not going to speak back. This is an aside away from your pastor. But this like a Creflo Dollar type. If I wanted to take that route and I had that kind of mindset, I could have went there. But I'm like Baines, you know what I'm saying, on Malcolm X. God word ain't no hustle. You know what I'm saying? I'm with you on that.
I mean,
but at the same time,
yeah,
go ahead.
First time I met him, I told him you're doing something wrong. If you need to arm guard, you're doing something wrong, beloved.
Right. So I'm just saying is this: we have people that want to attend the service, get a good show, maybe throw a nice little continental breakfast in there or brunch. You know what I'm saying? And I can you know what I'm saying, huh?
If you told me for $100, I get all that. I think it's worth it.
See what I'm saying? And you don't have that worryation of sitting in church. You know what I'm saying? Did I give enough? You know what I'm saying? And you don't have the pastor up here browbeating. We need to get the paper up. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
I'm just trying to solve problems. Anything else for you?
No, man. I got love for you. That's it. I will show you support. I appreciate you, beloved.
I knew you were gonna call in. I knew you. If nobody else, I can count on Miguel for calling in. That's my brother. You know what I'm saying? And this is what we do. I don't want to rock the boat.
It's too early to rock the boat. We can rock the boat a little bit, but there's no reason today.
Okay,
I'm waiting for you to go more consistent before we rock the boat.
No, we gonna be consistent because, like I said, with the phone, the laptop is a whole thing. With the phone,
I know
it's like bang bang. We up. You know what I'm saying? We up. I appreciate you.
Did your hustle? I don't knock you, beloved.
Okay.
Always be safe, man.
All right, have a blessed one. Peace. All right, that's the brother Miguel chiming in. All right, so appreciate that. Anybody else? You know what I'm saying? Y'all see how it work? You see how it go? Let me do this right quick. And like I said, on X, I don't know what's going on with that sound. All right. So anybody want to join on X? Just shoot me a DM, and like I said, I'll hit you on the phone on X. That was a good conversation. Like I said, I mean, in and out. All right, so where we at? We got 17, got 13 minutes left. See if we can get a couple more issues addressed here. Where we at? Oh, we got to do Gucci. We got to do Gucci. Let's do this one. Cause somebody brought it up. I forgot who brought Gucci Man up in the live chat, the pre-show. All right, let's do it. What this is, let me set it up. This is Gucci Man and his wife on the Breakfast Club discussing his mental health. Let's get into the clip. I'll stop it because it's a long clip throughout, and then we'll go.
For you, what was it like just trying to protect the business that you guys have built while
I have a system.
Personally...
I take his apps off his phone. First thing I do, I delete Instagram. I delete everything. Even if I got to change his password, I'm changing it because I don't need the public to know he's having an episode. You realize you'd never know about any other episodes since September 13th because I control that. Because you're not going on Instagram, you're not going on Twitter, it's deleted. You know, and I just control everything at home. And now before the episodes come, I catch it. So that's why he hasn't had another one. And how you catch that is he doesn't speak to you. He wants to be left alone. He don't eat. He does not sleep. Text messages, there's a period after each word. And I'm like, you're going through an episode. You're sick. No, I'm not. Ain't nothing wrong with me. Why do you think that? You're not speaking to me. Well, there's nothing to talk about. I said, well, that's not how you speak to your wife.
I was waiting for somebody to say it in the chat. Now, we're not saying that this brother may not be suffering from schizophrenia, what may appear to be schizophrenia. But like Josiah said, this sounds like handler talk. Yeah, you crazy. I'm not doing the colorism today, brother. You know what I'm saying? You said you weren't gonna do that to me, and then you go and do it anyway. Nah, I'll mess with you, Miguel. But yeah, Gucci conservatorship. This gives is Kanye and Kim and the Kardashian family. This gives no, that vibe. Britney Spears. It gives Britney Spears. A lot of these artists, they're working, but they have no control over no autonomy. Somebody else, and they can be committed at any time. So yeah, this gives handler vibes. And if you remember, I said back on when I did the Mo Factz with Adam Curry show. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see if I can find the tweet. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Wait. Because I saw this coming from. See, that's what I'm saying. I be seeing, and I don't be saying it like that, but I do be saying it like that. I saw this coming a long way off. Let's just do the. Hold on. Let's go down the timeline. I said, okay, this is all my Gucci tweets. Yeah. I said, did they Gucci Man clone Alex Jones? Let's just look at, you know what I'm saying, the pre-Alex, the post-Alex. The pre-Gucci, the post-Gucci. All right. Back on October 4th, when this schizophrenia thing first came up, Gucci Man was talking on the live. Let's listen to what he got to say.
From the porch.
Hold on 1 second. Back it up. Let's go.
It's October. Y'all already know what's going on. I got a whole bunch of things.
Come on, man. What are we doing here?
Coming up in this October. But listen, I got a new book coming out called Episodes. So anybody who got family members or they self is dealing with mental health issues, you need to get this book. This talks about my struggles through my adult life with mental health. So listen, it's talking about a whole bunch of different episodes in my life. It talks about the time I was high as hell and got the ice cream cone tattoo. It talks about the time when I was going through an episode and my wife kidnapped me with my 6 bodyguards from the Porsche and had to take me to a mental hospital. Man, it talks about the time me and Scooter seen each other in the airport and we got into it when I was going through an episode. This boy.
And see, that's what I love about the Factz family. Carlton Way one said, "Is she the black Sharon Osbourne?" Boy, you can't beat the Factz family. I'm trying to tell you, undefeated.
Just crazy, like, you know what I'm saying? It talks about my childhood. It talks about me and OJ growing up trapping. It even talks about me and my mom and our strained relationship from when she tried to get the thing like Britney Spears got on her. My mom tried to do that to me. So you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about all that in this.
There it is. He said it himself. He said that thing that, you know what I'm saying, Britney Spears got on her. They trying to get it on me. And it's like, does he have it on him, but somebody else has the button to push? All right, let's Crown. What's up, Crown? Gold Crown. I saw you when you came in, but I didn't speak, and I'm speaking now. She said gang stalking, organized harassment, orchestrated street theater. Yep. So, all right, let's finish. I think it's like 5 seconds.
This book is serious. Like, I'm really just like, pulling back the covers and talking about.
All right, so now that's Gucci. If you want to subscribe. All right, this is me on the show. I forget what show it was. I want to say, was it 55, I believe? I think it was show 55. I'm going off memory. Don't hold it against me. All right, so this is me talking about Gucci back. Let me see. Hold on, let me see. Years ago. Let's go. If you want to subscribe to something happened to Gucci while he was in jail that helped him with this transformation, I would go more with MK Ultra rather than cloning. Because if you change a person's mind on that level, I'm not saying he was, but I'm just saying, I think this is, if you want to go conspiracy theory with Gucci Man, him being in a federal prison in Atlanta would be a great opportunity to mind control him. That way you can control all his supporters and spawns when he's released back to the streets. I think that's a far more plausible conspiracy than the cloning. If you want to. There it is. I think instead of the cloning, they use MK Ultra. And y'all got to remember, Gucci was locked up right when he first came out. And we know with was it Bitey Bulger in Boston with the mafia up there, we know criminals are often used in the MK Ultra programming. And just for DID, hold on, I'm gonna do this on the fly. Hold on 1 second. Let me find this clip right quick. Cause there's another person out of Georgia that is a suspected DID victim. I'm gonna say it like that, victim. And let me say this before. Let me say this. The fact that he's trying to bring attention to mental health is a real issue. That's a good thing. But as we know with celebrities, let me make it clear. With celebrities, it's always something deeper there. Let me see. And then we're gonna close the shot on this. Oh, where is it?
NFL football.
I'm trying to find a short version. All right, here we go. Let's just do it like this.
Back in the public eye and about to make headlines once again.
God don't really care about me scoring touchdown. God don't care about football.
Did y'all know Herschel Walker had multiple personalities? Put one in the chat if y'all knew Herschel Walker had multiple personalities. Now, it's amazing how he's been repurposed for a political what I'm saying, a political tool. All right, we're closing down the phone. All right, that's it. Yeah, let's keep going though.
I want to help people.
The revelation is this. For all his life, Walker says he has suffered from dissociative identity disorder, or DID, a rare and controversial mental illness once called multiple personality disorder.
I had it the whole time. I just didn't know what it was. I just know how to cope with it.
There goes Herschel! There goes Herschel!
That young man you saw racing down the sidelines for the Georgia Bulldogs in the early 1980s,
He's running over people!
or flattening would-be tacklers on the road to a national championship, the one who set world records in track and field,
Herschel Walker.
the one who won the Heisman Trophy. Walker says that wasn't him.
He's got a blocker.
The guy who played 15 seasons of pro football and once danced with the Fort Worth Ballet. The one with the obsession for speed, the businessman, the public figure, the husband. None of those guys are him either. Not really. Those are his alters, he says, alternate personalities.
It's just personality that can do different things for you. I told somebody once, you don't want the Herschel that play football. You don't want the Herschel that do business babysitting your child. You want a different person.
Well, there we go. So with that said, what do they got it going on down in Georgia? Because if you go further into the Herschel Walker story, he met some kind of military person when he was like 12, 13 years old. Allegedly, that possibly could be No, Miguel. No. We ain't talking about code switching here. We talking about whole personalities. Whole personalities. Because with MK Ultra, with your alters, different alters had to have to do different things. A good movie that covers this in a roundabout way is The Long Kiss Goodnight. How she had that very alter of being an assassin. Yeah. We ain't talking about code switching. We talking about whole and now he's the ambassador to Bahamas, I believe. Go figure. You know what I'm saying? Go figure. Yeah, you met him exactly. But I'm just saying, I think there's something deeper here with him. Another one is, hold on, we're gonna do a bonus round. Hold on one second. Let me see. I'm out of time, but I gotta find one more. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. I'll be right back. Let me go search right quick. We're gonna see hold on one second. I ain't gonna see this one coming. Where's it? I can't. They might have scrubbed the internet. I know I got it in the files. Let me see if I can find it though. The old YouTube, you can find this easy. You know what I'm saying? They be scrubbing stuff now. Hold on. No, I got it. Y'all hold on one second. Hold on.
Run to Megan. There's Taquanda.
Okay, here we go.
Taquanda is rough. She is not Christian. She's from the hood. She was at the US Open in 2009.
I wish I could find the other video, but yeah, Serena Williams, she got alters too. And she even said,
Ends up getting a lot of the backlash.
I wish I could find the whole one.
In that particular match that Taquana played, first of all, I wasn't there, but I have heard about it. And ends up getting a lot of the backlash from it.
Yeah, she said she wasn't there, but she got sorry for the music. Come on, man. But yeah. So, yeah, plenty of celebrities are known DID sufferers, and now it could be called schizophrenic or whatever. I mean, they're common in some ways and different in others. But I'd like to say that. So Gucci, that interview definitely was giving handler vibes. I'm not the only one that noticed. I'm not the only one in Factz family that noticed. But sorry, y'all, I'm out of time. Thank y'all for stopping by, having a conversation with me. Hopefully more people will call in next time because I want this to be a two-way conversation. I appreciate all the comments. Ex-listeners, I don't know why they won't let the comments here come here, but in the future, I'm just gonna post a tweet in the top of the chat in the timeline, and then you could put your questions under there, and I'll go back and check it periodically, so that we can also. But Miguel, y'all, on the closing note, Miguel, he mentioned this a couple times. Let's just go there. He said, I know you don't have much. I know you don't, I guess, have much time. But what about Farrakhan not being in the African American Museum? That's very simple. Farrakhan is listed as a out and out anti-Semite. That's how he's classified. He'll never be accepted into the mainstream for that reason. For the same reason, even though they're trying to whitewash Nick Fuentes, he will have the same fate. Once you do that, and I'm not one of the subscribers that those people control the world, but they do control certain areas of activity. As Neely Ford talked about, the 9 areas of activity, they have been given authority or authority over the entertainment, more specifically media. And so they will never, ever right. That's why. I mean, he was he was around when those 3 books was written that Miss Candace Owens like to refer to directly or indirectly. I don't know if she's read them, but she covers some of the same material covering those people. And that's why once you will be persona non grata in the media. Kanye's another one. So that, I believe that's why he's not in there. And we know the Museum of African American History is not controlled by quote unquote African Americans. Let's just be clear on that too. But with all that said, hopefully y'all enjoyed the conversation. Please, if y'all have anything y'all want to talk about, please put it in the community section. You have ability to make posts there, or if you have been a subscriber for more than 24 hours. If you would like to donate, the link is at the top of the chat. Also in the comment section, if you're watching the playback, this is a value for value operation. Also, we're going to have a conversation about monetization. Y'all let me know, because I just want to see what y'all think about that. And with that said, as I always say, pay attention to everything, and the truth will reveal itself.
Thank you.